Okay, someone who has continued to support local arts and is a longtime advocate for VFF. I remember him back when we first started all those years ago, your mayor, Maurizio Bevilacqua. Let's welcome him to the stage to share his vision of a world-class city. Maurizio.
Okay, so my question to Rick was, what did he eat this morning and tonight? Because, I mean, that energy is incredible. I met your dad, now I know where it comes from, by the way. Rick, thank you so much. Antonio, where are you? It's been a journey. It's been a journey, a lot of twists and turns, but at the end of the day, we're here, which is what really matters. Yes. Thank you. For anybody that wants to know, whenever I speak, I have somebody in the crowd that actually starts the applause so that, it's just the way it works here. So thank you so much. Every event to me is a meaningful event. And I actually take the time to actually pause and think about the significance of where I'm going. And when I'm here, I actually take the time to be very present, understand what is transpiring, trying to contemplate on the history of the organization. I also remember when the seeds were planted, and it was over 10 years ago, actually. And I remember the conversation with Antonio. I remember the work that needed to be done. In him, I saw a great deal of inner fortitude. I don't know how you are, but I look into people's eyes when I speak. I try to measure them. I try to figure out who they are. I try to figure out what motivates them. I tend to kind of understand if the person has a pure spirit or not. And Antonio has a pure spirit. And starting a film festival is not easy. It requires a lot of work, a lot of determination, a great deal of love and understanding and compassion. And I think that many of you who are artists also appreciate the fact that it's not easy. I mean, the act of creation itself, whether you're talking about a film, short or otherwise, is really a labor of love, and it comes from within yourself. And then while this love is inside you, you've got to manifest it on the screen and hope that it connects with people. And so when you view these films, just be mindful that the individuals, the artists that put it together are actually pouring their hearts out. They're trying to reach us. They're trying to connect with us. They're trying to relay a message to us, usually a very thoughtful message related to life. And for those of you who have studied film and drama, you would know that there are certain themes that emerge in every film. But you've got to connect with that theme in different ways. And that is not easy. And so to all of you who are artists and actors and filmmakers and producers and everyone involved in this incredible journey, I want to express my gratitude to you, because I can ask you to do a very simple exercise. And that is to close your eyes for 1 minute and imagine the world without artists, without film, without music, without any of the things that really connect to the human spirit, that give us that sense of belonging, that sense of understanding, of mutual admiration and respect. They take us to places where we normally wouldn't go. And we have to thank them, because the world faces many, many challenges. And artists try to help us understand how we should, in fact, engage in finding the answer. I often say that in life, the obstacle is the way, because the obstacle focuses our attention on what the challenge is. But once that obstacle is removed, you find your way into the many endeavors that take us in different places, have different experiences, feel different emotions. You know, there's a reason why film and art can make you laugh, it can make you cry, you can feel anxious. Some of you probably leave a movie and say, oh, am I going to go back there? I mean, maybe you know what that movie did for you? It kind of shook up your insecurities, your fears, your doubts. Or maybe it's a movie that motivates you to understand the incredible capacity that you have within yourself as a human being to excel, to take on new challenges, to climb those mountains, those peaks that you never thought you could. That's the beauty of it, that a medium can in fact motivate us. It can challenge us. It can take us to foreign territories of our hearts, of our mind, of our spirit. And ultimately, artists, like most other people, understand that the purpose of life ultimately is to do what? It's to improve the human condition. That's what they do day in and day out. These actors, these singers, we saw the performance. How did you feel when you saw those young people dance as they did? They provided us entertainment. They gave us a real lift, because I felt the energy in the crowd. You were kind of lifted, weren't you? Well, that's what happens when artists operate from a higher frequency. That's what happens when people pool their energies together to create such a performance so that it can lift the spirits of people in this room. I say this because Antonio is going to be needing our help to keep going, to grow, to foster change in the cultural landscape of our city. And we need to be there for him, because he's dedicated his life, I know, in the past 10 years to this wonderful, wonderful encounter with spiritual renewal of our city, a renaissance of sorts. That deserves our respect, it deserves our admiration, and it deserves our moral and financial support. Very few people have taken the risk that Antonio has. This thing could have flopped in the first year, I remember. Fundraising was difficult. The credibility of starting a new organization was challenging. But as I often say, success comes before work only in the dictionary. That's the only place. I have never seen, we often speak about balanced lives, right? Well, Antonio's life is not balanced. And I'll tell you why. Because he's focused 100% on making sure that our city gets a world-class film festival. And so we got to rally behind him. We got to rally behind him. We got to double our efforts. We've got to do everything that we can so that we can continue to enjoy these beautiful moments of spiritual renewal in our city. And this is a city that the best is yet to come. Thank you, Antonio.